Welcome back to the channel. So in this video, I'd like to talk to you about a scam where people dress up as police and typically prey on London tourists. In fact, there was one of these such cases caught on YouTube, so I'll show you a few clips from that video in a moment. But also in 2015, there was a Romanian man who did exactly this, impersonated police and then basically ripped off tourists and was sent to prison for 10 months. So the scam is this: whether you are a tourist in London, either from another part of the UK or indeed from abroad, typically from abroad, because if you're not overly familiar with UK money, then this is part of where the scam comes in. So let's say you are a tourist in London and you're not quite sure where you are, you've got a map, and perhaps you're just not familiar with the area. Generally, you look a bit like a tourist. Then what happens is you get another guy who also acts like he's a tourist and is lost, he's got a map in hand, comes up to you and asks you for directions. Obviously, you being the tourist, you can't really help, but being the nice person that you are, you try to help. So between you and this other tourist, you're trying to figure out where he's going. In the clip that I'll show you in a moment, he's looking for Madame Tussauds, among other places. So this conversation goes on, almost building some kind of rapport as two tourists, but this is just laying the groundwork for the real scam. A little bit later, perhaps when you've started walking again, another two men come over dressed in police uniform. Of course, they're not real police. But then they start talking to all of you as a group of tourists, saying that they need to search you because some people have got counterfeit money and they need to check your passport, your ID, and search you for counterfeit money, including the fake tourist who is now somewhat part of your group. But of course, not being real police officers are not really interested in whether you have real ID or not. They perhaps just want to steal your ID for identity theft, and they actually want to take any money from you and tell you that it's counterfeit and that you may be prosecuted for having counterfeit money. Of course, it's not counterfeit money, but they're just taking the money. And this is the scam. So let's see a few clips of this play out.
Just one question. Do you know Madame Tussauds?
So this is the initial approach. He comes up asking if they know where Madame Tussauds is, map in hand, looking a bit like a tourist, or at least trying to.
We have no first day in London.
Me also.
Yeah, I got no idea.
So straight away the response is no first day in London. The fake tourist says yes, me too. Straight off the bat, trying to build some kind of rapport, like they're all tourists and they're all lost together.
Actually, the big problem is I don't know where I am now.
Oh, you are at Queen's Gate. Queen's Gate.
Fake tourist says he doesn't know where he is. That's the big problem now. So the real tourist obviously want to help because they do know where they are, but human nature is to try and help each other. So they have tried to help this chap because he's acting like he's completely lost. Again, this is just another attempt at building rapport.
You were from which country?
Singapore. Where are you from?
Oh, Singapore. I'm from Italy.
Oh, Italy.
Once again with the rapport, asking where they are from. They are from Singapore. He says he's from Italy. All of this conversation, a very well-known tactic for scammers to build this rapport, this connection with people that they are trying to scam. A little bit of conversation later and you can now see the two fake police officers over on the right hand side.
Okay, where I am now here, no?
So fake tourist still trying to act normal whilst the fake police officer comes across with fake warrant card.
Please. Good afternoon. Can I see your passport, please? ID? Why you make a problem to the tourist?
Oh yes.
You have a problem with him?
Excuse me, they ask you something for change money or something like that?
Long story short, this is where the scam happens. Fake tourist pretends to keep being a tourist, pretends to be confused as to what's going on, taking his wallet out, pretending to comply with the fake police officers. But this chap here is the one that went to prison because all they're doing is trying to scam the real tourist out of their UK money, trying to convince them that it's counterfeit money and that he needs to take it off them, along with their ID, wallets, and anything else they are prepared to give them. Thankfully for the real and very kind tourist for trying to help this chap, even though he was a scam artist, he didn't fall for this and didn't lose out on anything, and this chap went to prison. So please don't fall for any of these kind of scams, whether you're a tourist to London from another part of the UK, or especially if you're a tourist from abroad. I, as a British citizen, really do not want to see anyone else coming to the UK and getting ripped off. So please subscribe, like the video, share it with someone you think may suffer from this kind of scam, and thank you for watching.